Chris with HobbyKing.com, and we've got some little products that are just knickknacks that you can throw in with your standard orders, but they are definitely lifesavers if you're into multi-rotor aircraft. So we've come up with some fixtures and jigs that are just going to make your assembly of multi-rotors and components going together just a lot cleaner, a lot easier, and take some headache out of it. So we'll just go ahead and start with the first one right here. And all of these components we're going to talk about, one of the really cool things is that for every time you order, two of them come in the bag. So you have one that you need as well as one spare. So the first thing that we have is a 45 to 30.5 adapter. Now what this is really designed for is a lot of frames out there are based off of the older standard of 45 millimeters or 55 outside diameter flight control systems, the AIOs, the KKs, and a lot of other flight controllers in that dimension. So because of that, they have posts and mounting positions within those frames at the 45 millimeter square. The new standard on flight controllers is a little smaller, 36 millimeter outside with 30.5 mounting on the inside, such as the NAS 32, the KK Minis. So what this little adapter does is allow you to just go ahead and adapt those. This just puts right on there, a couple screws right in there, and then this just adapts right to that frame itself. Makes it real nice and clean and easy. The other cool benefit about this particular mount is that you can also grab yourself some anti-vibration foam. We've got it listed under gyro tape, and put little pads underneath each square and just set it right on down. It gives you a nice flat surface for mounting, because a lot of these flight controllers on the bottom have, once you solder up the connectors on these, have things on the bottom, so they actually won't lay flat. So this gives you a nice flat surface to apply some vibration tape and stick that right down onto your frame itself. So this particular one is 45 to 30.5 adapter plate. Next one we have is this one right here, and this is 36 millimeter outside with 30.5. And what that was really designed for is just taking like the KK Mini, the CC3D, the NAS 32s, the APM Minis that are all in the same form factor, and it just gives you where you've got these solder pads right underneath, gives you a nice flat surface to go ahead and, like I mentioned, put some vibration tape on that and just stick it right on down. Your flight controller is nice and level. You know, you don't have to worry about mounting. Now this is really nice for frames that don't have a vibration system or a clean and dirty system on that. So you're able to actually just get some vibration isolation on these particular flight controllers. If not, you can go ahead and use, it has on there 8 available mounting points as well, to where you can just bolt it to the flight controller if you've got an isolated upper deck, such as our Dart series multi-rotors. No need for isolation on those. You can just bolt those down, and it gives you a nice clean area to go ahead and do that. So those are the first two ones. The other one is kind of more universal across a wide range wide range of products, and this includes aircraft, FPV multi-rotors, cars even. And what it is just an antenna tube setup, and it's designed for receivers that have long antennas on them. Most of the receivers that have these long style antenna whiskers on them are about 125 millimeters from what we've been measuring. So that's kind of what this is designed for, and this has some really cool features. Like I mentioned before, 2 of them come available in the bag, and if you notice, it comes with some 2-sided tape. There's 2 ways of mounting this down. You can either just mount it straight down onto the ground, putting tape on the bottom, and it has a slot on both sides that allow the antennas to basically just come up through there and whisker on up. You can see it come up right through the top, and it allows you to mount it flat and this right on down. So whether that's a car or an aircraft or anything like that. The other thing is, if you turn it around, it has this slot right here. And what that allows you to do is clip it onto a type of like a multi-rotor frame that's made out of a G4, G10, or carbon, as well as car chassis, where it just basically clamps on right onto the side of that, and it allows you to put that, and then you can just put your receiver on down, and it actually frees up some space on that and gets your antennas up and out of your props that might be right over in here. If you look back at the Dart 250 daily, you can actually see where I was using an early prototype on the back, where it got the antennas up and out of the way. Now these antenna straws are removable. They just slide right in and out, and it's just a tension fit in that. And what's really nice is you can just clip them to any length that you want. You'll notice on the antennas that they can pretty much be any length, but at the point that the insulation stops is where the antenna becomes active. There's a lot of controversy out there saying that the straws and the pigment can cause interference, but trust me, getting the antenna up and away from the frame is the best solution regardless. But what I always like to do is go ahead and clip the antenna or the plastic tube that just exposes the active part of this antenna on the outside, and that just alleviates any questions, any probability, plus gives you that nice optimal V where the aircraft or the multi-rotor, as it rotates, you keep one antenna in polarization where you have a diversity antenna such as the FR Skies or the Oranges. A lot of antennas out there that have those diversity antennas available. So this is just an awesome clip. It lays flat, it snaps on, it gets your antennas up out of the way. If you got your multi-rotor in a case, you can just slip these out and lay them down so that they're not always in the up position. It's just a real handy, nice little thing. And like I mentioned, you get 2 of everything in each bag. They're awesome, check them out. If you're making an order, just click on these, add them to your cart. They weigh pretty much nothing, so and they're also really inexpensive. So it's a really good product just to have in your toolbox when you're building your next thing. Check them out, they're up on the new items page, they're already active, and that's it guys, we'll see you next time.